The FA Cup, the draws have been made. It's going to be Charlton versus Brentford, Liverpool versus Man U. What a game that is going to turn out to be. Bolton, West Ham, and a lot of other strong matches. We'll tell you more about that later. And Arsene Wenger of Arsenal believes clubs should have to live within their natural resources. Of course, remember that Chelsea Football Club lost a record 140 million pounds sterling last season, and Wenger is saying that that is really over the top, way over the top. Robbie Fowler, of course, is back to Liverpool Football Club with just number 11 to solve their scoring problems. Remember, he was once at Liverpool and he scored 171 games in 330 games in there. He's won 29 days to the World Cup, and of course, the Commonwealth Games is going to be March 16 to 26 in Melbourne. Winter Olympics February 10 to 26 in Turin, Italy, and we're going to be lining up all this for you. But for today, we are talking the Nations Cup, and today in Egypt is going to be Nigeria versus Senegal. Very big game. Ghana versus Zimbabwe. So who goes, which two teams qualifies from this group, and how they are going to meet their Group C opponents. Hi, so I have a guest who's going to talk to that with me. And Debo, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. So good to be here today.
Okay, with the Nigerian jersey. So definitely that means you are going to be biased when it comes to Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria versus Senegal. When we know these two teams, it's going to be very strong. Bye. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Sports. Manchester United and Chelsea are still fighting over Nigerian Mikel Obi, more so when he has proved himself at the international level with the Nigerian full team by scoring in their last game. And Man U has written fever to say ban Chelsea because they have done something illegal. Also, in the FA Cup, the draws have been made. It's going to be Charlton versus Brentford, Liverpool versus Man U. What a game that is going to turn out to be. Bolton, West Ham, and a lot of other strong matches. We'll tell you more about that later. And Arsene Wenger of Arsenal believes clubs should have to live within their natural resources. Of course, remember that Chelsea Football Club lost a record 140 million pounds sterling last season, and Wenger is saying that that is really over the top, way over the top. Robbie Fowler, of course, is back to Liverpool Football Club with just number 11 to solve their scoring problems. Remember, he was once at Liverpool and he scored 171 games in 330 games in there. He's won 29 days to the World Cup, and of course, the Commonwealth Games is going to be March 16 to 26 in Melbourne. Winter Olympics February 10 to 26 in Turin, Italy, and we're going to be lining up all this for you. But for today, we are talking the Nations Cup, and today in Egypt is going to be Nigeria versus Senegal. Very big game. Ghana versus Zimbabwe. So who goes, which two teams qualifies from this group, and how they are going to meet their Group C opponents. Hi, so I have a guest who's going to talk to that with me. And Debo, how are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. So good to be here today.
Okay, with the Nigerian jersey. So definitely that means you are going to be biased when it comes to Nigeria. Of course, Nigeria versus Senegal. When we know these two teams, it's going to be very strong. 1992, when Senegal hosted Nigeria, beat them in the first round. Nigeria defeated them in the quarterfinals again when Nigeria 2000 and Ghana and Senegal revenged at the 2002 Nations Cup. So this is going to be a great game.
Yeah, no doubt. Two major games everybody had anticipated: Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, Senegal. Of course, Nigeria, Ghana. The two of them have lived up to expectation. Nigeria, Ghana, 1-0. Ghana, Senegal, 1-0. Today, it's going to be very interesting if Senegal beats Nigeria, because I really don't know how CAF will be able to pick the two, judging by this head-to-head count. Nigeria has beaten Ghana. So Nigeria will say we deserve to go ahead of Ghana. Ghana has beaten Senegal. And so Ghana will say they deserve to go ahead of Senegal. But I think Nigeria will win this match.
What they need is a draw, really.
Yeah, we need a draw. And no, we need a draw to top, yeah, eventually. But I see Senegal coming out to really win this match. But I think Nigeria will win. I think
Senegal has not really proven themselves in this challenge. Some people said the hunger that saw them beating France for the World Cup opening game is not really there anymore.
Well, I won't say the hunger because I think they've still got tremendous strength, but the team is not as strong as before. Of course, they are absolutely committed to doing very well in this tournament, judging by the fact that they narrowly missed out of the World Cup, and they are still regarded as one of the top teams in Africa. But as it were, they've got weakened over the years. The off is no longer the old the off. We have a Henry Camara that is presently the major guy in the team. He didn't do so well in the last match. And so I don't believe it's the hunger. I believe that the team is not as strong as they used to be.
Ghana lost to Nigeria in their first game, but we saw them coming back strongly in their next game. I mean, really, how do you see this Ghanaian team? I mean, a team that defeated Senegal and this so doing very well, doing so. What Ghana team are we going to see today? Is it the Ghana team that lost to Ghana, or is it the Ghanaian team that beat Senegal?
Of course, Ghana know that they have to win this match, and they have to win it big. They mustn't be thinking of scoring 1 or 2 goals. They'll be thinking of scoring at least 3 goals so that they can come out tops if Senegal beat Nigeria. But don't forget that Ghana came to play Nigeria, with the best they could do. They didn't have an SCN, but they did their best. Apart from the tournament, Ghana usually has this rivalry with Nigeria, so that was even much more important to them than the tourney. But they went on to lose, and against Senegal, I anticipated they were going to come out smoking. Today, I think Ghana is going to be comfortable in this group. I think they are the most comfortable because I don't see them losing against Zimbabwe. But Nigeria and Senegal match will be much more explosive.
We saw Zimbabwe for the first half against Nigeria. They really held their own. So are they to be underrated?
No, I don't anticipate that against Ghana. Don't forget that when Nigeria played them, there was every tendency for Nigeria to have underrated them. Everybody thought we were going to easily underrun them. We beat them 5-1 in Lagos. We beat them in Harare. So they were playing against the Nigerian team they had met twice in the past 6 months. So that didn't come to me as a surprise. But today, Ghana will be coming smoking. They've got no choice. They have to win this match.
Did it come to you as a surprise that Guinea beating Tunisia,
yes,
defending champions, 3-0?
That was incredible to me.
And that was a smooth kind of game by Guinea.
That was really incredible to me. I really don't understand, because I expect that Tunisia will also be trying to avoid Nigeria. Everybody will be trying to avoid the winner in this group. And so I anticipated that Tunisia will come out smoking in that match. However, it was getting that
anyway,
kind of
let's look forward to the quarterfinals. Côte d'Ivoire versus Cameroon once again after all the World Cup qualifiers. What a game that is going to really be.
It's so unfortunate. I was watching the match, Egypt, Côte d'Ivoire, together with some family friends, and everybody was, wow, it's really going to be unfortunate for Côte d'Ivoire and Cameroon to win. The 2 lions going out, meeting each other. Definitely one of them will be out. And
who is going to be out?
I hope it's Cameroon. Yeah.
Why?
Well, presently, Cameroon is smoking, really smoking.
Especially Samuel Edophile.
Eto'o is not playing deep. He's not just playing as a striker. We have an Eto'o that is playing, mostly from the midfield, and now creating the chances, scoring the free kicks.
Can anybody stop Cameroon now?
Yes, I believe so.
Which team can?
It may be difficult for Nigeria to stop them, but I hope another team stops them before Nigeria.
Anyway, if Nigeria tops this group, they're going to beat Tunisia.
Yes.
If Ghana, as everybody expects, beats Zimbabwe, it's Ghana-Guinea, another tough game.
Well, I don't think Ghana will have any problems getting to the semi-finals if they can qualify from this group.
You are underrating Guinea.
No, I'm not. But don't forget that when it comes to the later stages, even in the World Cup, it becomes more and more difficult for the smaller teams, because experience now comes to play. It's just not easy.
You are looking at Ghana as a strong team, right?
I believe they are strong.
Why do you think they are?
This is one of their brightest chances of doing well. Not necessarily winning, but they've not been doing well for a while. We have a Ghana that has done so badly, like South Africa is doing now. We had the Ghana
South Africa is all low, too low.
We had
I mean, a lot of
Ghana.
people are even saying if you are going to host the World Cup in 2010 and you don't have a team, because that's going to look bad for the championship.
Just 4 years away, and they're doing this badly. But don't forget, Ghana got this bad too. Ghana really got bad.
Of course,
they crashed out from first stage of the Nations Cup. So this is the first time they're really coming, back to limelight since '92, when they reached the finals of the Nations Cup. And I believe that they will want to utilize this opportunity. They got a great coach.
Who is the player of the tournament so far that you can say this is that individual that's way above the others?
I think Eto. Eto is is on another level, and it will take bigger. It will take much more from any team to curtail him. I believe he can be curtailed, of course, but you really need to watch it well. He's got the skills. He's got, not that he's playing behind again. Perhaps maybe people were not expecting it. Chances. He doesn't miss his chances. He just needs a quarter chance.
Exactly. And Drogba, on the other hand,
Drogba has done quite well, but I think that Côte d'Ivoire team is more balanced than the Cameroonian team. I think they are really more balanced, and that's why I believe they can beat Cameroon. They really can. They really may be able to beat. Unfortunately, Cameroon beat them well in the World Cup qualifiers. I think Cameroon was their master, but I see them being able to beat Cameroon. They've also got a very fantastic coach, Henry Michel, who also knows, perhaps knows African soccer much more than Otto George. I think this is Otto George's first time of really coaching in Africa. But we have an Henry Michel that has been in a couple of countries before, and I see Côte d'Ivoire as one of the very few teams that can beat Cameroon.
All right. While we are at it, I've had so many people asking for information so much. If you need any information on the African Cup of Nations, data and all, you can email us at livepresenter@revelationtv.com, or of course go to the right holders, BBC and Eurosports.com. You can get a lot of information in there. And there's a magazine, African Soccer Magazine. It came out with a whole package on the African Cup of Nations. You are going to get every information you need from this magazine. Already, most of their predictions are already in there. I mean, they said Libya is going to go home the first round, and a lot of other predictions. African Soccer Magazine is going to get you a lot of the information you really need on the African Cup of Nations. Now, can you pick a winner? Who do you think at the end of the day is going to win this? I mean, long shot, but whatever.
I wish it's Nigeria.
Nigeria's strength in depth is really surprising. They can just bring in 2, 3, 4 new players, and you are looking at a different team.
That's the fantastic thing now in this Nigerian team. Something we have not enjoyed in the last couple of years, maybe since '94. In '94, we had a Siasia and a Okocha that could come in from the bench. We had Mokachi. We had a couple of people. We had an Amunike that sat on the bench all through till final '94. But in the last few years, we've had coaches struggle so much with substitutes. Chico, if Okocha doesn't come, he's screaming, he's complaining all over Nigeria. I can't find my captain, But now we have... And
the coach is really doing fine. No, there's no prima donnas anymore.
We have an Uruma that came in for Okocha. And,
no prima donnas.
And we had a Mikel that could easily come in for him. And then we have a Kanu that is on bench that can come in. We have another Wenger that is not even sure of starting, top 16.
Nice
so
of you
it's great
to be here. Thanks so much.
Yeah, good to be here again.
All right. That's the way the program is going to end today. But let me just say, join us on Saturday. It's now 6:30 to 7:30. It's going to be a nice program. We are expecting that Sam Soje of Brentford, the team that beat a Premiership giant, is going to be in the house on Saturday with us. Happy birthday to Adriano of Brazil, one of the best players for now. A player everybody has said is going to bench Ronaldo. Happy birthday to you. Long may you live. And to my young sister, Teniola Taiwo, you were 10. Happy birthday to you. Long may you also live. We leave you this morning with the music, the beautiful, beautiful music of David Ward. How much more?